Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Salberg here. Welcome to my latest Wren 10 message, a Wren 10 message on the move. So I'm sat in my chilly car about to go on a visit. It's been a busy week. I've had the great privilege of spending time at some other schools, both locally in Reading and farther afield, and had a fantastic day with all of the Excalibur secondary head teachers and principals in Bristol, where we came together sharing about school improvement, sharing ideas, working together in collaboration. I wanted to start by saying thank you. Thank you for all of you who've been involved in the feedback loops and the family's voice around progress evenings. We've received all of them. It is fantastic to hear from you. We're so pleased that you recognise some of the huge improvements that have gone on at the Wren. We've shared a little bit about where we've reached our higher scores around vision, around future, but there are still areas that we're looking to improve, and one that we talk about in the Wren 10 below is around our curriculum being ambitious for all, for every single student. What does that look like? What does that mean? There's been lots about curriculum in the news. There's lots about schools around Ofsted and new frameworks. We're always looking to think about how we improve ourselves. But one thing we really want to do is make sure that every child feels as though the curriculum that they have is ambitious for them. What does that mean? How does that work? And we're spending time with our curriculum leaders for all our subjects and really exploring what does that look like from the very first moment, that very first lesson, to the very last one they have. How can we ensure that we are ambitious? So thank you for everyone who has been involved, and we always look about giving opportunities for families to be involved, so watch this space. There'll be more to come. It's also been a challenging week as well. You know, you will have seen in the news the tragic incident in a school in Sheffield, which, as not only as a teacher, as a head teacher, but also as a father, as a parent, it makes you stop and think. Knife crime is devastating for so many families, and what can we do? What can we do as a community? What do we need to make sure that we do? I want to thank you for the families who've reached out and spoken to me and colleagues about the response. Our first response is obviously we need to speak to our students and young people and remind them. We had a really successful Knife Awareness Week in October. That went down really well. Students really valued that. It was really informative and thought-provoking. And we have spent some time, and will be over the next week, speaking to them again, reminding them of the dangers, reminding them of the impact, but reminding them of what we can do to make sure that we're all safe. We spent some time as Reading head teachers talking about knife awareness in Reading and how we can support each other and what we need to do. But I want to make sure that we are doing everything possible. I believe we've got really strong systems and processes in place, but I want to be talking with you. And so I've shared with a couple of families who've reached out an opportunity for us to come together and just talk about what more we can do. What more can we do as a community to keep our young people and our community safe? How can we increase awareness? Is there anything else that we need to do? What can we do working with other professionals and organisations? So if that is something that hits home to you, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for you to get in touch, and we'll arrange a time where we can sit down and we can just explore opportunities. It's tragic, it's heartbreaking, it's devastating for communities, and we need to work together to ensure we are doing everything that we can possibly do. So yeah, let's explore. On to next week, last week of term, lots going on, lots of busy things, as always. It's getting a bit cold sat in this car. It is cold at the moment, so I'm going to head on to my next visit, and yeah, I wish you all a fantastic weekend, and we go again for one more week before we get a well-deserved rest. Thank you.